but it hasn't got a hit.
Oh, there you go.
Get it!
No, get it.
Reel that one in. Good fish, whatever it is.
Welcome back, guys. We are trolling here at Lake Cachuma, here with Leroy eating a sandwich, and Bob, of course,
Looking for my sandwich.
doing some winter trout fishing. They just planted maybe 10 days ago, so we definitely should see some trout. We actually got one on deck already. Leroy caught it on a needlefish, and in this episode we're going to show you the exact rig very specifically so that you guys can try to replicate the same results and be successful out here. So without further ado, let's catch some fish and then show you exactly what we're doing. For starters, what speed are we trolling, Bob?
I don't know. I have to look at the GPS. I think it's like 3 miles per hour.
3 miles an hour. And about how far do you think you sent that line out?
Probably about 30 yards, and then I think each one of us have like a 2.5 foot leader.
Okay.
And then quarter ounce lead with a bead and a swivel, just so keep from getting line to us.
Yep, exactly. So Carolina rig, but yeah, again, we'll show you the specifics once we get another fish or another few fish. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh! It worked! It worked! It worked! The countdown worked! My drag's a little tight.
On, right? I just
Yep. It worked! Stay down, bud. Stay down.
Simmer down now, simmer down.
Stay down.
Must not be a 6 1/4.
Oh, came off.
Oh,
Came off.
just hit it once.
But you know what? I just wanted to do that so I could show you guys the rig. Dang it. Yeah, my drag was too tight on that. Way too tight. Anyway, quarter ounce inline weight, super simple. To a swivel and 6 pound test, about 2.5 feet like Leroy said, to a rainbow needlefish. And we actually put ProCure attractant, the Trout and Kokanee Magic color or flavor, right on there. Damn, bummed I missed that, but I got hit on a countdown.
Her little boat's still tagged for here, so.
Fishing is so slow right now. For some reason, we are just not getting bit. It is bad. So I have decided to have Bob drop me off at the closest spot that I can get to the place where this happened. Where I lost my rod, and I'm gonna see if I can walk out there and find my rod, see what condition it is, and see if even that reel that's on that rod is still gonna be good. So It's about an hour and a half till we said that we were going to stop fishing, so I think I could get there and back in an hour and a half and give Bob a call and see if he can come pick me back up, and hopefully with a rod in my hand. If not, somebody already picked it up when the water was barely shallow enough to get it, so we'll see. But I'll show you guys what that area looks like now that it's high and dry. All right, so Bob beached the boat and I am gonna head out on foot. I'm ready for a hike.
You have water?
I brought a water. All right, boys.
Call me, good luck.
Yep, good luck.
Careful.
Thanks for beaching the boat. Little adventure time for Edward.
Make sure that when you go and you see where the water stops, go further because it's going to be mucky.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Don't go into some gnarly ass mud where you drop down. You know?
Thanks for the advice. They could have totally dropped me off right over there. It's all right. This is the area that my rod is at. Definitely high and dry. Might take me a little while to get back there. It's my first time seeing that whole area dry. Let's go check it out on foot. Usually water way back here, but now there's no more water there. That's nuts. That's usually all underwater right there. We used to fish and catch fish all in this area right here, but it is completely out of water. So yeah, when I flipped over my kayak at the spot that I'm heading, that rod fell off. And I even came back like 2 months later or a month later, and I tried dragging a treble hook with a weight across the bottom, seeing if I could snag it and get lucky. But of course I was not able to retrieve that rod by doing that. So let's see if I could just find it with my eyes. But it is crazy walking an area that I used to fish. This is crazy. Like, it was just a year ago. So the lake definitely dropped a good like 30 feet. Like, if you rewind to last winter's fishing or even this last spring, you'll see these areas in those videos a lot higher. Yeah, almost there. It's just right there. But you guys see that weed line right there? We used to troll all of that. We used to catch trout there. We used to bass fish also. Oh, there's one. It's crazy seeing it all dry. Little stream in the middle, but for the most part it's dry, high and dry. Seeing a lot of deer tracks right there. Just a ton of deer in this area. I'm a little worried because in the drone footage I saw what looks to be a stream that I have to cross, and I'm wondering where it is. I should be seeing it here anytime. It could be dry, hopefully. Is this it? Oh man, I think this is it. Gotta get down, then up and over, or is there a easier way to go? Yeah, this is it. Yeah, I gotta get down and then up. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, this is that stream I saw in the drone angle, but I should be able to just go around or hopefully that ground is nice and firm for me to walk on. Looks like I can go down that way and then up that way and then be back on that flat ground and then make the final descent into the area where that rod is, just over this hill.
All right.
Yeah, Bob just called right now. He's on the phone. He freaking just caught a fish right now, put it on the boat. Of course, once I'm off the boat, you guys start getting them.
Hey, maybe I wasn't jinxed on your rod, buddy.
Yeah, maybe I was the jinxed one.
All right, call us and let us know.
All right, back.
Okay, bye.
Man, the vegetation is getting thick and there's a lot of these spiny weeds everywhere. So I really got to be careful. I don't want to get pricked by one of those. Got to get out of this thick stuff somehow. There's the island. Just got to find a way to get there. No big deal. Nice. Here we go. I'm in the valley. There's the island over there. Seems like the ground has been dry for a while. I'm not getting sucked in, so that's good news. I hope my rod isn't buried under a ton of sediment. That could be the case too. Here's wishful thinking. But that'd be cool to find something else too. Maybe somebody else dropped a rod. Come back with a couple. I do know of one person that got bit. A trout took his lure and also took his rod. But it looks like that spot is still under a little bit of water over there. So what's really interesting is we used to catch a lot of crappie in here. There's a couple videos that we have where we're trolling this specific area, getting crappie, and it's making a ton of sense. Look at all these nice stick-ups that are all over the place just in this area. We used to troll right past the edge of this brush line and we used to get bit. Looks like there's a nice lay down over there. This is kind of like being on the surf during low tide, seeing where the pockets are. But this doesn't change much, but there's a ton of sticks and logs, things just in the water that you don't normally get to see until a drought like this. Ooh, ground is starting to get a little soft. Yeah, look at that major stick up right there. That is usually well underwater. All these, look at this, it's like a underwater forest over here. No wonder we got a bunch of bass on football jigs out here. Huh, someone's old hat. I don't even know what it says. All right, I'm in the zone where I flipped my kayak. Just keeping my eyes peeled for anything out of the ordinary or that looks man-made, kind of like that. Shoot, I might even have to look up onto this embankment, but we'll see. I do remember that log, and it's not really an expensive rod and reel setup. It's a quantum rod with a quantum reel, but I really liked that thing. It was super sensitive, and it'd just be really cool to get it after all this time. And that would be crazy if it still works, but I'm not super hopeful about that. And it's also a possibility that as the water was receding, there were fishermen that were able to still fish this area and caught a glimpse of it on shore and picked it up. So there's also that, but I'm still looking, still seeing if I can get real lucky. This is about the spot right here, but it's crazy to see the structure. We used to troll right here, and it makes sense. It's a nice deep channel, and we used to catch bass right off of this point right here. I'm trying to remember. Okay, so this part of the bank right here was still out of the water. You could still kind of see those logs. I was off the bank, probably in the area where it transitions from that drop off to that bottom. So I'm really trying to focus my attention on this strip right here. kind of slowly comb my way. Oh, it's a radio. Someone lost a radio. Yes, sir.
Hey, you find it?
No.
Nowhere to be found? You think somebody maybe snagged it and found it?
Maybe. I hope not, but...
That's crazy that it's like not there.
He's there though?
You're at the island?
Yeah, I'm at the island and I'm like kind of scouring and I don't see any sign of it. I've been scouring for the last maybe 30 minutes.
Really? So you think that you got the right spot?
And also, when that happened, he was further out. The water was further out.
Yeah. So you would have been closer to the island a little bit.
Oh yeah, I know. I was I could see, I mean, I have an idea of how far I was out, and it's kind of in that transition between because it's flat bottom, but then it's all the rock and stuff, the shale rock. So I'm finding other things. Oh, there's a deer leg.
Oh, that's crazy.
Crazy. And I took some pictures of some gnarly big tracks. Like, they look like bear tracks.
Probably is. We have bears here.
Big, though. They're freaking big. Yes. Look at that.
Well, we just lost one not too long ago, so at the net on your rod. It was like I was taking Bob's fish off number 3, and then as soon as I put the lure back in the water, your rod was singing.
Singing?
Yeah, we lost it at the net. Well, keep on looking. Are you headed back now? Let us know when you're heading back, because then we'll go pick you up.
Okay.
Because it's already like 12:30.
Yeah, I know. I should start heading back soon.
Yeah. Well, give it an honest try real quick.
Okay.
All right.
All right. All right, bye. I'm seeing some weird stuff. Saw that deer leg. That's not too weird. The catfish head. That's not too weird either. I've scoured this whole area. This is about where I was, because I see those stick ups up there where we ended up swimming to afterward, and I don't think we were up that close to them. Yeah, if anything, I feel like it would be all in this area down here. But the more I analyze it from this perspective, the more I think that it would end up on that shale and not necessarily on that mud over there, because I was not far from the shore when I fell in the kayak. I probably have like 10 more minutes to search before I should head back. I would love to tell you that I found my rod. At this point, it's seeming like a little bit of a pipe dream. Just do one more sweep out in the open and then head back. Apparently the boys have been killing the trout while I've been gone. Of course. That's what I get for making fun of Leroy. Tell him he's the reason we weren't catching. Well, the cool thing about stopping fishing to come and check this out was really to see the structure out here and use that as a mental note for when the water does finally come up, and actually get to give you guys a pretty recent update on the drought and how it's affecting Lake Cachuma. It's definitely drastic. But let's get back and take a look at the trout that Bob and Leroy got. All right, they ended up with, oh, it looks like, oh, there's 4 in there, huh? 4 trout, all pretty decent size, nothing too crazy. All on the rainbow?
Yeah.
On my rod?
No, I got one on this on the baitcaster center rod on the 1/2 ounce.
On the 1/2 ounce. Oh. Oh wow. All right, guys, let's just show you again what we got them on. We tried the flicka shads, but no dice on the flicka shads. But here was the winner today. This is the rainbow needlefish. Leroy just ordered a bunch, so we'll leave the link below. Rainbow needlefish. And then this is 6-pound test again, about a 1.5 foot leader to a swivel, a bead, and a 1/4 ounce weight there. Right, Leroy?
Quarter ounce.
Quarter ounce. Just make sure you make your drag loose, because those trout are notorious for pulling lures off.
Like I learned today.
And then
I had it set a little too tight, and the rod was bouncing, and then all of a sudden, tink.
yeah,
We knew, and Bob turned around and says, "Oh, you lost that lure." He knew right away that we lost the lure. So.
yep. And then
Pulling drag, dude, when that rod hit.
yeah, and then the one that I caught on the countdown, my drag was too tight. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that, even if I was unsuccessful on getting that rod back. But I'll go ahead and leave the video where I tipped the kayak over. I'll leave that link right here. You guys should check that out if you haven't yet. See what made me make that hike in through the bush to try to find it. It was a mission, but it's because I fell on the kayak about 8 months ago. Enjoy. We'll catch you guys later.